Welcome everybody to an episode of Building in Minecraft with me. I am the Berserking Corgi. Today we're going to be building this cute little 1920s, 1930s, 40s bungalow. I really do love the versatility of this build. You can use almost any color palette or any block set as long as you do have some stairs or some slabs that you can use within the palette that you choose to get the detailing that this build actually uses. These are the basic dimensions of the project. On the side, it's 12 blocks, and across, it's 11 blocks. The interior of the house is 9 by 11, and the front porch is 3 by 11. Because the front porch is the smallest area and kind of the easiest, in my opinion, to build, let's go ahead and start there with some brick blocks. Right here where these two meet, this is going to be the corner of the interior of the house and the porch. Go ahead and start placing your blocks there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then drop one block on top of that. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. Then on the fifth block, go ahead and go 1 and on top. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the same, one with another block on top. Then finally finish out at the same as the other side, 1, 2, and 3. All right, and that's what the project looks like so far. Next, we're going to want to put in the levers for the iron trap doors. So on these two blocks here, we want to go ahead and dig down a couple blocks and knock them out and add the levers to the bottom. We also want to do that on the middle of these two blocks right here. All right, and then want to move on and do the same with these two blocks right here as well. And just as with the other side, to mirror it, we want to do these two blocks right here. For the two sides, we want to lay down our trap doors facing into the middle of these two blocks. So go ahead and place them, pointing as so. We want to also do that on this side. And right here as well. For this area, this is where our stairwell is going to be. So we want the doors to actually point away from the center of the stairwell. And next, just to make sure we got everything right, let's go ahead and flip the levers and check. Yep. Sometimes it can be difficult to point these little guys in the correct direction, so it's nice when they cooperate for once. All right. Then finally, these two. There we go. Let's go ahead and fill in the grass here. Then we never have to see those levers again. Now to put in the stairs, let's go ahead and pop them down and then knock out these blocks right here around it. You can put in a full block. I'm just putting in a half slab to save on some resources because this project can be a little resource intensive. We stacked 2 walls and then 1 wall, so it kind of looks like a railing going up. Now we can go ahead and fill in the front porch with half slabs or full blocks, whatever your preference is. Okay, skip this block right here, move in to these 2 blocks. This is where the front door is going to be, so we need to kind of have a little path for the door to sit on. Let's continue on the actual foundation of the house. This involves alternating stairs upside down and right side up. I like to start right side up and then move upside down, but either way is okay. And when you get to this block, turn and face towards the rear of the house, laying the bricks stairs in such a way until you get done. And just like with over there, when you hit the end, turn. Then you can go through and fill in the section with blocks of your choice. I'm going to just keep it brick so that it looks similar, but you can just keep it grass. You can change it to coarse dirt. You can change it to cobblestone. Anything that would match the set of blocks and the style of blocks that you have going on your project. Now that the foundation is done, go ahead and add some support to make the house feel a little bit bulkier. So on this first block, this first square block, I'm going to add a stair. Then on this corner bit, I'm going to add a stair down and a stair up. Also on this side as well, making these look like the base of pillars on the front porch of the bungalow. I'm going to do this on all these ones that I stacked too high. And then the same as on that side, this first solid brick block, I'm going to put a stair on. Then I'm going to go down here to the end. I'm going to put a stair like that, and I'm going to put a stair like that. Then I'm also going to do the same over here. I'm going to put a stair here and a stair here. And now the foundation of the house is completed. Next, we're going to move on to the framing of the house itself. And the house starts at this first brick block that we just pushed the stair on, the same on the other side, and the two corners that we just put those stairs supports on. We're going to stack up the bone blocks 5 blocks high. And the same on every corner. Now we'll go ahead and fill in the front of the house. First things first, I'm going to want to put a filler block right here. 1, 2 blocks, and then I'm going to put in another filler block. The space in between, I'm going to go ahead and put down quartz slabs. And then on top of each one of these filler blocks, I'm going to stack these pillars 3 high. Going to take the base of the whole house, which is the cyan terracotta, place one in that corner, and then 2 pillars pointing horizontally. Then add in the cyan terracotta to fill out the area. Next, we'll go ahead and put in the glass panes. These are white glass panes, but you could use any color glass pane that you like. To fill in the area with the door, go ahead and stack up 5 high, same as the bone blocks on this side, and 5 high on this row, as well as this row here. Now, on the top row and the second down, go ahead and fill those blocks in. To finish out the door, we'll take 2 stairs, point them regular side up, and then for the door, we'll go through the door on the inside and place the doors down. Now that we've completed the front of the house, let's move on to the sides and the back, which are actually easier than the front. Start off by filling in the entire bottom row all the way around with the cyan terracotta. Each side and the back have 2 windows, so let's go ahead and fill in the walls while leaving gaps for each of those windows. Let's add 2 blocks to each side, and in the middle of this 3 gap, place one. We're going to continue that same pattern on the next row, 1, 2, skip, in the middle, 1, 2. Now let's go ahead and fill in the same one more time, and then totally do the top row. On the top of each window, let's go ahead and place in a quartz block. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Then finally, we'll go ahead and add the glass to each one of the windows. Now the back is a little bit different than the sides because it has a decorative trim on the 5th block. So we're only going to stack this up 3 more blocks. Then we're going to skip this block and then fill in these 5. Up 3. Then once again, we're going to skip this block and then stack it up 3. Let's take our quartz stairs. We want to face it normally on both of these windows. Let's go ahead and add our glass in now. The stairs on the decorative trim are upside down. Go ahead and add them all the way across the back of the house. There, now we have the whole walls on the base part of the house complete. Now let's go ahead and finish off the ground level of the front porch. First, we're going to go ahead and add quartz pillars, stack them up 3 high on each one of these bases. Then we're going to take some quartz stairs. We're going to go around each and every single one of these on each side. Next, we're going to complete the arches on the side by adding a stair on the bone block as well. We're also going to add one to this side. Take our quartz slabs and complete the arches on the front too. Since we have the quartz stairs and the slabs out, let's go ahead and complete the railing on the front porch by adding 2 slabs there. This area, we want to go ahead and add our stairs in, having them point towards the middle, like so, on either side. Then add the quartz slabs over the top. For the stairway, this is going to be the edge of our banister, so we'll go ahead and have it pointed like that on either side, and then we'll go ahead and add the slabs on top. Finally, just like the other side, let's go ahead and add the quartz slabs there. Let's fill in the roof, the porch section now. These are going to be bottom quartz slabs, filling in this 2-block gap. Next, we're going to go ahead and work on the dormer. The dormer is going to come out to this row of quartz slabs. So let's go ahead and make it 3 wide, then add a bone block on each side. Then add the wool back to the wall. Then we'll go ahead and add one on each side. Add our trap door in, and kind of use this piece of wool as a filler to add to the top of that. And we'll need to fill in the inside wall as well with wool. This is going to be a traditional stair-step roof, so skip the first block. 1, 2, 1, 2, as so. The same on this side. 1, 2, 1, 2. Now I want to continue to follow the shape of this little dormer window, so we'll go up 1 block and over, and up 1 block and over, and we'll leave this middle block empty. So when you back up, you can see how it fits into that section that's been chopped out. And we'll continue the stair step and pyramid it up to the top. Now we'll just do the same thing on the back, skip the first one, and then fill it all the way in, all the way down. Now we're going to be making room for a window on the back, so fill in 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, and now we can fill it in all the way across, leaving this beautiful opening for our oak trap door attic windows. Now it's on to the roof. We'll start off with adding a row right in front of these stairs and going 1 over, and then filling this in all the way back. In this empty area in between these 2, let's take our quartz slabs and fill it in. For the next row, starting on this first upside down stair, we'll take our stairs all the way across. On the sides, we're going to go ahead and put in a half slab. All right, for the next row is when things start getting a little bit more complicated. Let's go ahead and fill in the front of this like that. Then we're going to go ahead and add the beginning of the dormer roof here. So just across like that with the stairs, and the same on this side, across with the stairs. Next, we'll follow the outside with lower slabs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a 5th one right there. Let's add an upper slab to the layer below that behind the stair. And now let's just top it off with some stairs for edging. Now let's just do this on the other side. Same thing, follow the stairs, place the 5th one there, the block below it, and add in the stairs. Now let's finish up the dormer. It's easy enough, just regular stair steps with a half slab on the cap. Finally, we'll just do the exact same stair step all over the main part of the house. Adding 1 block of overhang. And then once you get to this level here, go ahead and add an overhang. Knock this block out. There you go. All right, let's do the same thing with this side. Then once again, where these 2 roofs hit each other on the overhang, knock that half slab out and add in the stair. And then finally, we're going to cap off the ridge of the roof with half slabs. And there we go. You can leave it like this if you like it, but now we can add a little bit more detail to make the house pop. With that, we're going to need some quartz slabs and some quartz stairs. Starting with the stair step roofs, add upside down stairs under each of the edges, which sometimes can be easier said than done. Now when you get down to this bottom one, you can see that there's a gap. On the main roof, I compensated for it by adding a bone block because I couldn't put a quartz block here without ruining the slope of the roof. But here, we can go ahead, break this slab and add a quartz slab right there. We can do that on the other side too. And then go ahead and add the rest of the upside down stairs. When you reach the peak, I go ahead and add a stair facing out. Do the same thing on the dormer, just like that. We'll do this on the back of the house as well. There we go. Now I'm going to add a little bit more detail to the back wall. I do already have these stairs in, but I want to make it stand out a little bit more. So I'm going to add these quartz slabs in right here, just to make it pop a little bit more. Finally, to fill in the easement on the roof, let's go ahead and add quartz slabs all the way across on either side. Now it's really starting to stand out that it has a whole bunch of different layers and textures and levels, and it looks great. But I want to add a few more things to it to make it stand out just a little bit more. So I'm going to add some sills and some potters in. To start out with on the front of the house, I'm just going to start with a small little garden here. I'm going to keep it fairly square since a lot of these bungalows are in nice little neighborhoods with very well-kept gardens. Let's add a couple of berry bushes and give them a little bone meal to grow up. Now perhaps let's add like one here and keep it symmetrical and add one over here as well. Perhaps a couple of pots up here sitting on this with some orchids in them. Yeah, I'm liking the way that looks. Let's add a windowsill here. Cover both of these windows. Yeah, I like that. We could also do like a plant, maybe a fern here. We could do the same on the other side. Oops. Let's make it symmetrical and add another fern over here. This is a big empty wall. I'd like to add a lot of detail to and a nice big planter. So I'm going to go ahead, add a couple quartz stairs. They're holding up a little bit of dirt here. Liking the way that looks. Let's add some trap doors to the front of this to cover up the dirt. Let's add in some of my favorites, those lily of the valleys. And to fill in this bigger space, I'm thinking maybe a topiary of sorts. So perhaps something like that. And it's simple. I like it. Maybe this could use a little bit more over here. Just adds under there. Maybe fill this in a little bit. Same over here. Yeah, that's a nice well-kept garden that would, I think, fit in a neighborhood from the 1940s pretty well. I do hope that you have enjoyed this build. If you did, please like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. I am the Berserking Corgi. Have a fantastic day.